Hey guys, hope you're all well. Here is a time to make creamy and dreamy dessert that absolutely melts in your mouth. And I'm going to make it with flattened balls of chena or paneer soaked in flavored milk, which I'm going to flavor it with cardamom and saffron strands. And I believe some of you might have guessed it by now. It is Rasmalai, which I love it. So starting off with it, at first I'm going to prepare flavored milk, which would take 30 to 40 minutes. And now make sure, one of the tips here is that make sure you take a heavy bottom pan with a wide mouth. At first I'm adding a little bit water to the heated pan. The reason I'm adding a little bit water is because I do not want the milk to burn at the bottom and I don't want to ruin the dessert. So once the water is a bit warm, I'm adding a liter of rich and creamy milk, which is 5% fat. And the reason I've taken this thick and creamy milk is that you get a very good texture. Make sure you keep it on medium flame so it doesn't burn at the bottom, and at frequent intervals keep stirring it to avoid it getting burned, and cook it until it reduces to 60% of the volume. Can you see the cream which is coming on the top? And now I'm making sure that I scrape the sides of the pan. And one of the secret tips here for yummy rasmalais is that you need to scrape the sides so it blends in the milk. As you can see, it's creaming up on the side of the pan because the cream which is sticking onto the sides give a very good flavor. And one of the tips here is that do not get to a very thick consistency. I'm going to have it thin. I poured in 1 liter of milk and now I'm going to bring it to approximately 600 ml. Even as this thick milk is simmering, I'm taking few spoons in a separate bowl. When it is warm, and now I'm going to add in few strands of saffron to the warm milk, and this is to bring flavor and to infuse it in the dessert. As you can see here, even as I popped in the saffron strands, I did not use any food color. Absolutely, you can see the milk turning thick yellow, which gives a very good flavor and the intense color as well. So just keep this aside for some time and let it soak up. So at this stage, I'm going to add the saffron, which we set aside. Look at that, the thick yellow, which looks so nice. To 600 ml milk, I'm adding 200 grams of granulated sugar and keep mixing it again, maybe roughly for about 10 minutes. I'm adding the chopped pistachios. To peel the skin off, the easy step is to soak it up in warm water a little bit, maybe for 5 minutes, and then the skin peels off very easily. And now I'm going to take some Cardamom Pods. One of the tips here is to get it to fine powder, add a bit of granulated sugar to it, pound it. I have powdered the cardamom. Now you can take the skin off, separate it. I'm not going to waste this. The skin separates itself in this process of pounding, and I'm not going to throw this away, but I'm going to use it when I make Indian tea. So keep it aside and take the powder, sprinkle it, which is so rich and creamy and flavorsome. It gives a very good flavor, and give it a mix. Set it aside. Now let's do the paneer balls. So again, in a thick bottom pan and in a wider mouth, I'm adding equal portions of rich and creamy milk and whole milk. I'm bringing the milk to boiling temperature. And now I'm going to set it aside to cool, say roughly about 10 minutes. I should not curdle it when it is super hot. I can curdle it, but if I curdle it when it's super hot, the chenas are going to be rubbery, or the paneer balls are going to be rubbery and chewy, which would not taste good. To make paneer balls, I'm going to add distilled vinegar. And so in a separate bowl, again, take equal amounts of vinegar and water. So there I'm adding 2 spoons of vinegar to a separate bowl, add in 2 spoons of water. The reason I'm diluting vinegar in the water is because I do not want to get the taste or the strong taste of the vinegar in the paneer balls. Now it's gone cold a bit, not very cold. I mean, if I have to be specific, if you pour it in your palm, it's where it's bearable heat. So at this point, add in the vinegar mix, little by little at a time, and keep stirring it. Can you see that these milk solids are getting along? Do not make a mistake to strain it at this point of time. You could also use lemon juice to curdle the milk. I'm not using lemon juice. The reason is it is more acidic, and you get the strong taste of lemon. So as you can see here, I'm stopping, meaning you can see the water going green and clear, and all the milk solids are just clumping up together. One of the tips here is that do not leave the paneer in the water for long. Immediately transfer it to a muslin cloth and strain it. And now I'm going to add cold water. The reason I'm pouring cold water to the paneer is to stop it cooking further, so it doesn't become rubbery, and to take the taste of the vinegar as well. And now I'm going to take the excess water off. Just gently press it, do not press it hard. Now I've got the ball of paneer here, drained of all the excess water. Take it off. Look at that. At this stage, when I break this ball, as you can see, it is crumbly. Now I'm going to knead it for say about 10 minutes. If you do not want to knead it, the simple method is that you could just pulse it in the blender, just 4 to 5 pulses, and that is it. It is done. Now, when you knead it, make sure you use the heel of your palm and knead it like this. Has come up as a nice ball. When you feel it, there, it is nice and soft. So this is the right consistency where you get the rasmalais nice and soft and spongy balls. And now I'm going to take small portions like so. You can just eyeball it and make it into a disc shape. Just have it in the middle of your palm and press it gently like so, and make sure it doesn't have any cracks by the sides. If they have cracks, it will not retain its shape when you pop it in the sugar syrup. So just smoothen it out like so and keep it aside. One of the tip here is that to avoid chainas getting dried up, just cover it up with a wet cloth. To make a sugar syrup, I'm taking a heavy bottom pan with a wider mouth. Add in 4 cups of water. Each cup holds 200 ml. So in total, I have added 800 ml water. Leave this water until it comes to a really boiling temperature, where it is rolling boiling. I'm keeping it closed so it boils quickly. When the water starts boiling there, I'm adding in 200 grams of granulated sugar for the sugar syrup. Let it cook for about 5 minutes till the sugar dissolves, and then we'll add the paneer balls one after the other. Now I have prepared the flattened paneer. Just slide it slowly inside the sugar syrup. Do not pop them all at once. Just one after the other. Slowly do. Now after popping in all the discs, I'm going to have it closed for about 15 minutes. As you can see, it is getting boiled there. And so you just disturb the water a little bit so it's a gentle mix. You can do a simple test at this stage. Maybe after 12 minutes, take one of the discs and pop it in cold water. If it is properly boiled, it'll sit at the bottom. Now I'm going to take the discs off onto a clean plate. Even as you can see on the plate, it has retained its original shape. It has not changed in its shape. It's so hot here now. So let me place it back. Now I'm taking one disc after the other. Because it was soaked up in sugar syrup, I'm going to take the excess, just place it in the middle of your palm and take off the excess water like so, and pop it in. And even as you can see here, the sides are not cracked. So now as you can see, the rasmalais are ready, and here it has not doubled in size yet. because it's just half hour I put it in. So I'm going to leave it in the fridge, say for about 4 hours, and then you can see the increase in its size, and it is spongy. Even as I can feel it and see, it is spongy and bounces back to its original shape. So let me just pop it into a glass bowl. So guys, hope you learned some tips and tricks on to how to get soft and spongy rasmalais. Hope you enjoyed this recipe, and you can try this yummy recipe at home. If you have any comments or feedback or any tips, you can share them. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you can hit the subscribe button for more recipes to come up. Thanks and bye.